Welcome back to Blue Soul Community. If you're new to my channel, I'm Abby, but you can call me Blue. We're here to talk all things metaphysics to provide you the tools to actualize your dreams into reality and to ultimately raise the vibrations of the collective consciousness. You're not alone in what you're going through. Blue Soul Community is a safe place where you can share your experiences and connect with like-minded individuals who can understand what you're going through. If you feel like you could benefit from connecting with other souls in tune with their inner selves, I invite you to join our new community forum on Facebook. It's brand new, so you could be one of the first to join and help build this community into something beautiful. You can find the link to the community in the show notes below. I hope to see you there, and without further ado, let's jump into the topic of the day. Today I'm going to walk you through the top 3 journaling methods that you can use to strengthen your intuition and build a dialogue between your conscious and your subconscious mind. These methods I've used for quite some time now, and they've increasingly become my go-to tools for understanding my internal language. When communicating with your intuition, you'll come to discover that it's unlike having a conversation with a friend or even with your own analytical mind. Intuition communicates with you through symbols, and these symbols have different interpretations for each person. You can find symbol dictionaries or books or guides online, but they're generally not very useful because we all interpret our internal symbols differently. There are some archetypal symbols that are universal and can be useful to know, but that's really just a drop in the ocean of all the different symbols that are communicating with us on a daily basis. That's why it's important to keep a log of your different experiences, sensations, thoughts, and feelings. Then you can go back and check your accuracy, build your inner dialogue, and help you discover what your personal symbols are and how to interpret them. Let's take a look at method number 1, which is dream journaling, an incredibly powerful tool that we get to use every single morning. Dreams are a direct link to our subconscious mind, and it is a very potent way for us to learn our internal symbols, as well as how our subconscious mind processes the information from our awakened state. Dream journaling even provides ample opportunity to explore our subconscious mind in a conscious state. To practice this method, it's pretty easy to incorporate it into your daily routine. So right when you wake up in the morning, before you do anything else, and preferably if you can do this in bed, as when you get up in the morning and you start moving around, your logical mind kicks in and starts thinking about the day ahead of you. So if you can, try to write this in bed. So as soon as you wake up, write down every detail that you can remember from your dreams. Write down how the environment looked or the different circumstances that happened in your dreams, the way you reacted to it, any kind of conscious or subconscious thoughts that were streaming through your dream. Write down the different words that you heard spoken, whether it was from yourself or from different characters. Write about the characters that were in your dream, what they looked like, did they have a name, what did they say to you, how did you feel when you interacted with them? Did you even interact with them, or were they more bystanders? Dreams are basically just our subconscious mind piecing together information from our awakened state. So a lot of the times we can look at different events or people or situations that happen in our dreams and connect that to something that happened during our awakened state. There are times that you could have a precognitive dream which predicts the future. The subconscious mind is picking up information that the conscious mind is unaware of, and it's processing and revealing that information through our dreams. Within our dreams, we can also look for symbols. This could be absolutely anything. It could be a person, an event, or a location. If it's stuck out in your mind, try writing that down in your journal and note how that made you feel. In the future, this may be a symbol that arises again, and according to how that made you feel, this could then serve as a form of communication between your intuitive mind and your logical mind. Not only is this an incredibly powerful tool to get to know your subconscious mind, but this practice also proves very useful in increasing your dream vividity, your recall, and even learning how to lucid dream. If you're interested in a foolproof method on how to lucid dream, I created a video that dives into the techniques that I've used since I was 7 years old. Yes, you heard that correctly, since 7 years old. I have a lot of wild stories to share with you. On to method number 2, which is automatic writing. This is primarily used to let your subconscious flow, almost as if you're channeling your own intuitive mind through your hands. The way that automatic writing usually works is you would first enter a meditative state, but you can also do this right after waking up while you're still in a sleepy mind. First, you want to think of a question that you'd like to have answered. Once you enter a trance state, have your paper and your pencil ready. You would then ask yourself the question and write down the first thing that comes to mind. Don't think about it. Don't analyze it. Even if it doesn't make sense, write it down. The way that intuition works is unlike the logical mind. It is not analytical, it is fragmented and comes to you in bits and pieces. You'll receive pictures and sensations and sometimes even sounds. Write that down, and then after you've finished letting your subconscious flow, then you can come back and analyze and see if there's any patterns. It may take several symbols to actually get your answer because it does come in these fragmented pieces. So be patient and let your subconscious flow without letting your analytical mind get in the way. If you do feel like your conscious mind is starting to creep in, stop writing, take a few deep breaths, get back into a meditative state, and when you feel like you're back in the flow, pick up your pencil and start writing again. If you're not quite sure how intuition and the subconscious mind relates, or maybe you're interested in giving this method a go, I do have a video that talks all about it, and there's also a guided automatic writing session. Head over there after this video and give it a try and see if maybe you can answer some of those questions that's been bouncing around your head. Method number 3, I like to call this one moment-to-moment intuitive journaling. This is my number 1 journaling method thanks to the format and the ease of entries. You don't have to block out time in the day, you don't have to sleep, and you also don't have to be in a meditative state. There really are no requirements. You only need to have your journal with you so you can pick it up when you need to. How this one works is whenever you notice something, whether it's a synchronicity or maybe a feeling towards someone or something in particular, a sensation in any number of your senses, a intuitive hit, a symbol, you would then pick up your journal, write the date and time, and any impressions you've had. The way that I like to do this is I will write several different entries in a day. So my first entry for the day, I will write the date and the time, and then every entry after that, I would then just write the time until it's a new day. Include what you were doing, what you were thinking, and what you were feeling in that moment that you had this impression. If you feel like maybe you received a intuitive hit or a symbol, you could then add a prediction of what you think it meant or how you envision it turning out. So let's say that you had a gut feeling that was telling you not to go to an event. You could then take your journal and write down the time, the date, and what happened, what you were experiencing. Maybe you saw an image or you had a sensation that went through you. Then let's say that you still went to this event against that gut feeling you had previously. While you're there, you get into a pretty bad situation and you wish you hadn't gone. When you have an appropriate moment, take out your journal, go back to that entry that you had about that gut feeling and write about how the event turned out. You can then look at your accuracy of what this intuitive message might have been trying to warn you of, and you can use this for future references. This is called checking your intuition for accuracy, and it's really useful for learning how your intuition actually communicates with you. There are countless journaling methods that can help you strengthen your intuition, but these 3 are proven time and time again to be some of the most effective. Combined, these methods cover a wide scope of subconscious messaging, from dreaming to subconscious flows to day-to-day and moment-to-moment intuitive messages. If you incorporate any of these journaling methods into your daily routine, you can learn your own internal language, how to communicate with your intuition, and utilize your new abilities through any moment in your life. Remember, intuition is like a muscle, so the more you use it, the stronger it will become, and the easier it will be to use across different circumstances. I love you all, and if you haven't yet, give this video a like, subscribe, and comment, and check out one of these videos over here to continue your exploration of inner wisdom. I will see you over there, and until then, stay blue.